Hello everyone, Toby from Virgo Sewing here. I've got this lovely condition Singer 5137 that I'm going to be putting up for sale soon, so I thought I would just make a video on how to thread it for people that might be looking for a video on that. And this machine is surprisingly solid for a Singer that was made, I believe, in the 1980s. All the gears are metal, all the inside parts are metal, you can see them in there. And it's really a pleasure to sew on. It has multiple stitch types. So we'll start with the bobbin. Take your bobbin with the thread going counterclockwise, put it inside the bobbin case, and slot the thread through that little groove there around the tension spring until it comes here. And now our bobbin moves freely. And I'm just going to loosen the thread case tension a little bit because I just noticed that it could be a bit lighter. And we're good to go. And just put it into the hook race like so, and it will stay in there. And now for the top tension, or the top thread I should say, take your spool of thread, put it on the spool holder, spool cap on, take your thread, bring it to this first thread guide here, it'll snap right in, like so. Bring it over to this thread guide here. Make sure your presser foot is up when you're threading, and bring it through the first two tension discs. Make sure it gets around this holder on its way down. Bring it up through the spring, push the spring up so that the thread gets wrapped around this guide, up through this thread holder, bring it through the take-up lever, down, through this last thread guide which is at the top of the needle, and then last but not least through the eye of the needle. And to bring up the bottom thread, like any machine, you just bring the needle down and then up. Draw out the bobbin thread, and you're now ready to sew. And I'm just going to start with a straight stitch, and we'll see where that takes us. Bit of a noisy machine, but once you start going faster, it doesn't make as much noise. Oh, that's a really nice stitch. And we have our reverse knob, so you can just hold down that knob or that button and we'll get a nice reverse. And now I will show how this machine zigzags. So you just turn up the stitch width, and I'm going to put the stitch length down, and we just sew. Looks like our tension on the zigzag likes to be a bit lower. Very, very nice. Nice even tension on that. And I will show you some of the other stitches that it makes. We can do a blind stitch, which is really nice for hemming dress pants. And we can do a multi-zigzag stitch, which is very nice as well. the last one I'll show you is the decorative stitch, which you want to turn down your stitch length to somewhere between 1 and 0 to get that really fine, nice, thick decorative stitch. And that's some very nice stitching right there. And we will take it out to show you how it stitches. So here are our, let's see if I can get it in focus. Here are these straight stitches and these zigzag stitches. And here they are on the bottom. Very nice looking stitches. And here we have our blind hem and multi-zigzag. And here's the back side on those. Just all around a very surprisingly solid machine as compared to other Singers from this era. Usually, starting in the late 60s, Singer started implementing plastic gears, which is really no good for the longevity of a sewing machine, but this one has full metal gears, which is a real treat. And I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you.